Hey, what's up? This is Quincy. It's a hard truth. It's part two. Part one, I was telling you my experience in the barbershop about a young man. If you didn't listen to that, you probably want to stop here and go to part one. We're talking about the barbershop, the conversation I had with him. This is part two. Now I know why he thinks this way. So, with that being said, you had time enough to stop, get off and go to part one. For the ones who've already seen part one, this is part two. Now, his attitude towards what I was telling him, his reply was, my mom told me that I should be able to express myself, that I shouldn't have to compromise. It wasn't something like that. I'm kind of adding a little bit more to it just to kind of get the gist out. But it was along the same lines as that. And so what I want to say to him, I said, if you was my son, and I want to say the same thing to you, if you were my son or if you were my daughter, well, first off, let me kind of back up. The advice he got from his mom was ill-advised. And even in her best advice hat, this coming from a woman was ill-advised to him. And I have nothing, I don't believe that, oh no, a woman can't raise a man. I say it takes both, because a man or woman need both parenting. They need both sides of the story, because man and woman, our experience in life is two totally different experiences. A woman can go have multiple children by multiple men, and there is something that's going to take care of her or assist her in her living. Me as a man, I had 2 children out of wedlock. I had to pay child support for both children. I had to pay child support for both children. I know what it was to get a paycheck and not have anything left over. Now, I'm not crying, boo-hooing about it. I made those choices as a man. I had to deal with those choices, and I had to try to make my life better while owning up to my responsibility. So I'm not bashing women at all. We need women. We also need men. We also need men, and we need both perspectives from them. So when the young man, we was talking about job opportunity and employment, building your own business, and the young man had greenish like dreads. He had some facial hair, and then he had tattoos all on his face, right? And all on his neck and his arms or whatever. And when he said, well, and when he said it, he said like he had the right to do that. He said, well, my mom, told me a long time ago that, I can express myself if I choose to. And from a woman's perspective, yeah, if a woman have children and she decides to have her hair any kind of way, well, I ain't gonna say any kind of way, like colors or whatever, she would still be able to make it through life. Some man, marry her or invest in her. And, he would help pay her bills or whatever. Okay. And she's okay. Even, like you got the stay-at-home moms and, so her experience is, listen, I can still do this. I can have my hair any kind of way I want, and I'm going to get a job, or some man's going to assist in my livelihood, or I may have some kind of governmental assistance. Okay. I can have several children or multiple children, and I'm going to still be taken care of, whether I have to do it myself or some kind of assistance through another person. Or, because women are so diverse, they can have these different types of hairstyles. I remember I was working in law enforcement, and my sergeant was a woman. She had burgundy cornrows, but it was up in a style. It looked very nice on her, and she was able to do it. But me working in law enforcement, and I have burgundy hair as a man, that's a no-no. So women can be able to maneuver in those situations, and from a woman's experience, like, yeah, you can express yourself. And we're seeing every day is a lot of backlash on, people, what they can wear to work, and the tattoos when you express yourself. We're seeing that because when someone hires you, they want to appeal not just to your neighborhood. So if everybody in your neighborhood has dreads and tattoos on your face, they want to appeal to the outside of the neighborhood, right? So they want to be more, I hope every business want to be on a global market. So the advice that he got from his mom, even though she was trying to help him, I think she should have gave him a strategy. And what I told the young man is, listen, whatever job that you desire, if they say cut your hair off or your beard off or whatever the case may be, do it for that season. Be able to support yourself. And if you have a family, support your family, right? Build your money up. Start your own business or pursue another degree or whatever the case may be, with a trade degree, whatever it is, that would afford you the opportunity to express yourself in any way you want to do it. But to say, hey, this is me, take me as I am, when you have no kind of economical base or income is this is the hard truth, right? It's retarded. And if you look up the definition of retardation, it's like the drop off, or the synonyms like the drop off, slowing down. So you're slowing down your progress in life, because when you could have gotten this job that probably paid you more money, you had to settle for this job that pays you money, right? This job may pay you more money, but there is no, that's it. That's, you reached your I think he said he was doing roofing, right? I said, if you're doing roofing, learn the business aspect of it too. So that way, when you learn the business aspect of it, you can start your own business. You can hire other people that may share your same beliefs, cultures, views on life. But even with that, you have to have that image to appeal, because we're on a global. Hopefully, you're taking your business to a global scale. But anyway, so I was just saying that the advice that he got from his mom was more relevant to her than it was to him. And that you have to really watch who you get your advice from, even though it's from mom and dad. You have to say, well, how does this affect my life? So I just wanted to share you with that, okay? The advice that you give for people, how does that affect your life and what you're trying to do in life? And I think in this, and if I'm wrong, please comment at the bottom. But as a man, I would have told him, son, get the bag first. Get the bag. Once you get the bag, invest the bag, build a business. You have to never answer to nobody else. You be the boss. This is Quincy, and that was the truth.